Welcome back to Project Zomboid. Shonda went to sleep a little bit early last night, and so we've woken up before the sun. That's okay, though. It gives us a little bit of time to have breakfast and get ready to go. Our goal today, we need to get home, because I need to get these fish that I just caught into the freezer before they go bad. But before we go home, I just wanted to check out Rosewood for a bit. I know there's some really nice places to loot in Rosewood, and licorice for breakfast. It's the breakfast of champions. I really wanted to check that place out because I know there's some really good places to loot there. And if any of them seem like they're actually not that dangerous, I might go in and try to grab a few more things before we head out. But, and I should fill up my water bottles, actually, too, while I'm here. So let me go, because I think they've got a bathroom with a toilet. Oh, I almost left my tent behind. Pfft, that would have been stupid. I mean, it wouldn't be that stupid. I am planning on coming back here. So it's not crazy for me to have, like, a permanent place to sleep out here. So, actually, maybe I should just leave the tent here. There's nothing wrong with leaving. I mean, I'm not planning on camping anywhere else anytime soon. So, yeah. So wait, where did my... Oh, bottle with water. There we go. So let's... I like... This is the bigger bottle, so I'm going to hold on to this one in my main inventory. I'll stick this one in here as a backup. But, yeah, I think I'll just leave the tent. You know, I'm planning... What the heck? Oh, dang it. Sorry, you probably didn't see what happened there. I accidentally tapped the Windows key, which just... messes you up. Oh man, I really not a huge fan of the Windows key being right there under WASD where it's easy to accidentally hit it when you're like trying to hit the shift key. That can get you killed in Project Zomboid. Just because what the Windows key does under the right circumstances is it just minimizes everything. So I just minimized the game on myself by accident. Luckily, I wasn't in danger, so good. But okay, so what we want to do is we want to head up here and turn left, because I think, if I remember right, this is a fire station, this is a police station, this is a massive courthouse full of all kinds of stuff, and this is like a construction site, so this could be kind of cool as like a backup plan, but if there aren't too many zombies around here, it might be worth it to just head up there and try to grab a few things. Wait, did I just hear? I feel like I heard something, but whatever. So, the Coalition, I don't know if we necessarily need a bet about this particular thing. I mean, this might actually be a good opportunity to do a will Shonda get injured bet, just because I have no idea what I'm about to walk into, and it could be extremely dangerous. But, like, for instance, I'm not sure there's a good way for Shonda to get around this roadblock. But we'll kill the zombies first. Oh, I hate this angle. This is a really bad angle for fighting zombies. I like to fight them side to side, so it's easier to tell when they're getting close and when they're not. Like, when the zombie is above you on the screen or below you on the screen, it is really, really difficult to tell when they're too close. So it's possible I might be able to get around this. The problem is, Shonda's a Sunday driver, so she just never has the torque to tow something out of the way. I mean, I can... Okay, it's probably worth it to at least try. I might not have to move these things very far in order to make a space that I can weasel through with my car. So I'm going to try to tow one of these vehicles, but I don't have high hopes that this is going to work. Average Switch users remind me to also not fat finger the letter Q. Yeah, so I have done that one. That's a lot less fatal. I'm usually... I tend not to be a very stealthy player. So usually hitting Q, yeah, it will attract a few extra zombies, but not that many more zombies than I was already trying to attract. So Q isn't as fatal for me as the Windows key. Okay, so I am able to budge this car a little bit. So let's pull it to the side of the road. And let's pull it as far as we can. Okay, so this is not a speed at which I would want to take a car home, especially in infested territory, because I'm just moving way too slow. Zombies would just reach into the car and bite me. But it's enough to get something off out of the middle of the road. So that's probably good enough for my current purposes. By the way, it's foggy, and that makes me sad. I don't like it when it's foggy. I like it when it's foggy in real life. Fog is fun. I don't like it when there's zombies around. So let's back up. Oh yeah, Resolve 9. I actually, you're new to this playthrough, but I actually live in March Ridge, full time, and so I believe I have already raided that VHS store for videos, because yeah, I've that's actually the reason why I was already decent at fishing, even though that was the first time I've ever fished with Shonda. It's because I read some exposure. I mean, because I watched some exposure survival videos. That I got from that video store. But yeah, very good advice, though. I absolutely agree. Those videos were a godsend. I don't think I would have the pikes that I currently have if I had not watched that video. Okay, so that wasn't nearly as bad as I feared it would be. And actually, that makes me look back at the long drive to nowhere that I did with Miriam. If I had been more cautious, if I had actually, like, maybe fought the zombies before trying to get myself mired in the traffic jam where she died, I might have been able to actually get through the traffic jam. I think I was just so unhopeful about my ability to Sunday driver my way out of that mess, I just didn't even bother to try. But it looks like you actually, if you've got a little bit of time, you actually can do that. Okay, so. I'm going to skip this horde for now. I don't know how dense these hordes are. To the right here, looks like we've got a dirt road probably out to somebody's survivalist mansion. We've got the construction zone to the left. Then up here, this is our destination up this way. Okay, it looks like we've got cones in the road and a horde. It looks like we've got, yeah, nice handful of zombies here. Question is, how many are actually... Oh, it's a bunch! It's a bunch. It's a bunch of zombies. So, fire department is theoretically cool. I don't... Oh, gosh. Yeah, that is a metric buttload of zombies. Okay. Let's see if we can lead the zombies away. So, for a while, when I was playing exclusively on Builder, I used to think, oh, well, what I need to do each time I enter a new place is I just need to kill all the zombies there. And because, you know, I mean, this is a lot of zombies, but it's not insurmountable. You know, if you devote multiple sessions and time to it, you can actually clear it out. Or clear out enough that you can function. You can, like, build yourself, like, sort of establish a base of operations. And, you know, and sort of slowly work your way out. Get a foothold, just start killing zombies and killing zombies and killing zombies. And get them out of there. But when you play at higher difficulty levels, the number of zombies in a place like that will just be ridiculous. And so if you want to even get a toehold, you have to actually do something to just get some of the zombies away without trying to fight them. So yeah, so one thing I could have done, if I wasn't under time pressure, like if I was... Oh, okay, I thought this was going to lead somewhere else. I don't know what this place is. What is this place? Some kind of... I mean, it's got like a gate out front. Oh, this is the prison! This is the prison! People have told me the prison is cool. Now I know where the prison is! I'm hungry, and I don't have anything in my backpack to eat. I don't... Yeah, I did a bad job of that. Okay, well, we've discovered the prison. That's cool. It's got a lot of zombies in it. This, you know, exploring and clearing out this place sounds like a worthy goal that we could pursue later on. I think It's not the kind of thing we can do when we also want to get a bunch of food home to our fridge, but that's neat. Okay, so real quick, before the zombies catch up to me, where the heck am I? Okay, so I thought I would be able to sort of loop around in a circle this direction, but I don't think that's actually a thing, because this is a dead end. So I had thought this was going to lead me back into the farmlands. I thought this road led me back into where the farmhouses were, and I was going to loop around and come back the same way that I came. Hey, that guy's got a spear. And come in behind the zombies that I had just led away. But no. When you're trying to use that kind of method, you actually do kind of need to know where you're going. Okay, I'm going to, real quick, pop out of this car. Please don't eat me, zombies. I just need some food. Let's grab some... Okay, cereal. That's a really good one to just eat a bunch of real fast. Choco cakes and some crackers. Okay, great. I'm going to eat this entire box of cereal, because that's going to cover me for a little while. So, I don't know if average Twitch user was talking to me when I was in the parking lot of the fire station, or if he was talking to me when I got to the prison, but he was like, GTFO right now. It's like, okay, I didn't see you saying that, but I think I did take your advice in both of those cases. Okay, so this direction, let me just, okay, not a lot of zombies around here. Let me look at the map. The crap am I? Yeah, okay, yeah, so if I can probably loop around the outside of the town, this direction, and see, let's just see if I did any good clearing up the area around the fire station. If I did, then that might be a cool place to explore. However, if I didn't attract enough zombies away, or if just driving this direction just attracts more zombies into that area, then whatever, we'll just go home. By the way, my friend Christian and I, this is where we live in our game right there. That's our house. We've got gnomes and things out front so we can find it more easily, but I think that's the spot. Okay, so I'm just going to loop all the way around the town. I'm going to stay to the periphery of the town because I'm expecting that to have the fewest zombies. So we're going to go around I think this is a school. We're going to go around the school. Yeah, they've got a little turnaround for dropping kids off, so I think that's a school. Average Switch user says he was talking about the prison when he was saying GTFO because he says that place is nuts. Okay. Okay, so not very many zombies on this side. I'm actually going to get out and kill these zombies. So they don't follow me. And so my plan, my tentative plan, is to kill zombies on my way back to the fire station so that I'm not attracting them to me. As I go in. And hopefully I did a good enough job of attracting them away that there won't be that many. I mean, I think even honking my horn, I think I probably didn't get everybody, or I probably attracted some zombies that were far away who came into the fire station for the first time because of my honking, but didn't see me leave, and they didn't see what direction I went. Okay, those guys I think can't reach me. But yeah, if they didn't see me leave and they didn't see what direction I went, then they would just hang around at the fire station rather than following me away. Wow, Shonda's good with that thing. Okay. Yeah, so these zombies know about me, but they're like fences. Yeah, so I genuinely... Oh, wait, this is not even... Hold on. I'm not where I thought I was. Where am I? Oh, right, we've got this whole deal. Okay. Actually, okay, so I think... Wait, oh, my engine just stopped. Oh, there we go. Whoops. I really need to work on Shonda's mechanical skills. So let's... So actually, I'm attracting more zombies this direction, going this way than I thought I would. But also, it's a zigzaggy route, and zombies have trouble following you along a zigzaggy route. So maybe this is fine. Like, you know, the zombies saw me go this way, but they didn't see me go this way. And so they might not follow me all the way to the fire station from there. Okay, so this is the approach to the fire station. We do have some zombies up front. Let's see. This is a bunch. Oh, there's a bunch here who got attracted by my horn but stopped at the fence. Okay, okay. This might be a bunch. Hold on. I wish that automatic subtitles could recognize things like maniacal laughter, because I think that's probably what it would have said if a human was transcribing the automatic subtitles. Okay, making sure I know where the shift button is. Yeah, these zombies are bunched up, so they keep getting a little too close to me for comfort. Oh, crap! Yeah, I never want to whiff on a zombie. Sometimes the fog here is a little bit gray, which makes me wonder, like, it feels like pollution more than it feels like fog. Okay, let's not run too much if I don't have to, because I don't want to get exhausted. Okay, okay. So that batch wasn't too bad. Got a bunch more over here, though. Hey, guys. Come here. So I'm going to lead them past my car. Normally, I don't want to lead them towards my car because, you know, then it doesn't give me a good escape route if I get into trouble. But if they're leading them past my car, then the worse things get, the further away from my car we get. And all I need to do is sort of dodge around the zombies. Oh, these guys are too close to each other. All I got to do is dodge around the zombies. And I can get to my car, and my car won't have anybody around it. Because you've seen, just this episode, how difficult it is sometimes to line up with the part of the car that says you can get into it. And so usually, if I'm trying to get into my car on an emergency basis, it's kind of like in a horror movie how somebody just fumbles with their keys and cannot get them into the ignition. I'm like that. Like, I just cannot find the car door. And so I think I've gotten a character killed that way, believing that I could get into my car in a moment's notice, the way you can in, say, State of Decay 2, where our car doors are extremely sensitive. Okay, this is looking okay. Our car doors are extremely sensitive, and you just have to be vaguely near the car, and you will successfully get in. I get really used to that assumption that that's how it works, and that is not how Zomboid works. You have to be very careful about trying to get into a car. They're like, revenge! Revenge! You have killed our brother! Sister? I didn't actually pay attention to what I killed. There's a bunch of firefighter outfits around here, if that's your deal. Alright. Hey, zombie! You're kind of far away, but I don't trust you. Okay, again, I gotta remember not to run everywhere. I get impatient, and I start wanting to run everywhere. But not a good move if you're fighting a lot of zombies, because, like, if you need to, like, there's a lot of running you need to do during the fight, and so you gotta basically save your energy for the running that you need to do. Because running costs you long term. And actually, so, I feel like I really like the cadence of fatigue in Project Zomboid. I think they did a good job of sort of figuring out, like, how a character should get tired. Like, in State of Decay 2, I think our cadence isn't that compelling because basically we've got two cadences for getting tired. We've got getting tired second to second. You know, you swing your weapon a few times, and then you're tired and you got to back off. Speaking of which, Shonda's getting already tired. I guess I got up really early. Yeah, so you get tired and you have to back off, you know, second to second, moment to moment. And then there's a much longer, like, over the course of the day, you get fatigue. But the thing we're missing is the sort of the middle ground, which is like what Project Zomboid simulates with their fatigue system, which is you fight for several minutes and then you get tired. Like that, we don't have a kind of fatigue in that middle slot, and that actually feels to me, now that I think about it, that's the most important time to get right. Like, because that's when you imagine fighting zombies, it's not that, you know, like, if you're actually gonna get tired within like a couple of moments of swinging your like for instance, have you ever been in been playing State of Decay 2, and you hear your character say, "Whoa, I'm beat." They'll say that line, which makes you think, oh, they're really tired, like long-term tired. But no, they just need to stop fighting for literally 3 seconds, and they'll get their fatigue back. That doesn't feel like the right cadence. Like if you're saying, "Whoa, I'm beat," you're not saying that you just need to rest for 3 seconds. You're saying you need to rest for an hour or something like that. So that feels kind of, there's so many axes here. That doesn't feel quite right. Like you feel like so basically the sort of the loop of getting exerted in this game is actually that's the scale at which that's the rate at which I think characters should get tired. Ooh, a propane tank. So I think they make good decisions there, and I feel like I feel like I've learned something from that about what's appropriate in State of Decay. So I'm gonna wait. My car. How far away is my car? I think I left my car kind of far away. I'm gonna drive my car up here. Ooh, scrap metal, welder's mask. Oh, a fireman's pole. Of course, that's great. I'm gonna actually go grab my car and bring it into this garage. Coalition is saying that while I'm here, I should grab a gas mask. That is a good idea. All right. We are hungry again, even though we ate an entire box of cereal this morning. I realize that eating an entire box of cereal is great for getting calories into you. It's not great for, sort of filling yourself up moment to moment over the course of the day. Because I think that basically there's diminishing returns, or like at some point you can eat so much in a single meal that that you stop getting any benefit from it as far as filling your stomach. And I think it's basically as you start getting those green positive moodles from it, you've stopped really sort of filling your stomach the same way. And so, oh, a padlock, not useful in single player. Presentation, meeting room, okay. What else have we got here? Workout room. Oh, with a broken window, so let's definitely keep that door closed. More garbage bags. Oh, I'm gonna have so many ring collectors someday. Oh, interesting. So, Gamer Neko Chan points out that there's a mod that actually called Adrenaline that basically it amps up your adrenaline when you encounter a horde, and so that means that you'll lose your exhaustion, but then you'll get it back in spades after the horde is gone. I kind of like that idea. So is it the sleepiness fatigue that you lose, or is it the exertion fatigue that you lose? Because right now we're seeing sleepiness fatigue on me, which is more time. I think it is. I think other things can drive it, but it is, I think, more time based. Whereas the one that shows like your lungs giving out, I think that is more about exertion and exercise. Okay, so we filled up our backpack. Let's go back to the car. Let's put the propane tank in the car. Let's also put more of the contents of our backpack into the car. Parker wants to know if I'm looking forward to the System Shock remake. So I never played the original System Shock back when it was new. I did play, I think they did oh crap, propane tank won't fit in here. Will it fit in my passenger seat? No, passenger seat's full too. Okay, you know what? Propane tank is for the future. Let's just place it over here where we won't miss it next time we come to town. And actually, let's make a little note on our map. That there we have left a propane tank behind. Boink. And while we're at it, let's mark the fact that I made this go away by accident. How do things work? Okay, here we go. Let's mark the fact that we left a tent over here. Oh, wait, that's not a tent. Hold on. Oh, I don't have an eraser with me. I was gonna say there's actually a tent there's a tent thing here. So I could have put a tent there, but whatever, that's fine. Okay, so we can't fit a propane tank. Propane tank's too heavy, but I can put other stuff from my backpack away. So let's do that. This. We'll keep our food. Put our Axon in the back. Okay, so yeah, we are almost full. So it looks like, we were able to fit a few things back there, but basically we're down to whatever I can fit in my backpack now. So let's... I think I already went in here, didn't I? Pretty sure I did. Oh yeah, I had a bunch of firefighter jackets and things. I always run upstairs in strange places because I just don't want to be surprised by a zombie. Let's fill our water bottles some more. Okay, yeah. So Gamer Neko-chan says that that adrenaline mod, it makes you less sleepy when the zombies. Oh, here's the bedrooms. Nice. Makes you less sleepy when you encounter a horde. It doesn't make you less exerted. And this is the showers, I guess, in the locker room. Oh, individual showers. That's nice. I really like the layouts they've come up with for these places. Like, these places really do feel like legit locations. Also, this fire station, it looks like a great base. I mean, they've got this kitchen. They've got a bunch of bedrooms. They've got a bunch of peanut butter. I mean, what else could you ask for? Blue light bulb. Roasting pan. I think I've already got that. Some canned food. That's good to grab. Okay, I'm a little overloaded now, so let's not get any fights on the way home because I'm not dropping anything. I am incapable of dropping things that I sense have any kind of value. Bowl. Yes, bowl. Okay. So, I'm overloaded. Is there anything I can... So this is pretty heavy, but yeah, no, I think we're okay. Wait, have I opened everything? No, I think there's one door I haven't opened yet, though I'm betting it's just another one of these bedrooms. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, pool table, TV, sugar packet, and then the fireman's bowl. Can I use the fireman's bowl? Can I use it? Can I use it? I can't! Ah! Okay, yeah, so Gamer Neko-chan says that the fire station is actually a pretty popular base. So yeah, I could totally see why. I mean, especially, you want a lot of your living space to be upstairs where you can sort of seal yourself off from zombies. There's a lot of good reasons. Oh, and I am exerted from running around too much with crap on my back. So let's... Oh, wait a minute. I didn't check these lockers. What's in these lockers? Fireman t-shirt. Just a bunch of fireman t-shirts. Okay, I don't need that. So there was no gas mask. But hey, my favorite part of this is my strategy worked, right? Like honking my horn, dragging the zombies away, taking another route to get back. That worked. We're okay. I mean, I had to fight some zombies, but not nearly as many as it looked like I was going to have to. So that makes me feel good. Let's plan our route home. Oh, crap. What? Wait, hold on. One freaking straggler. Watch this be the zombie that killed Shonda. Like, that's exactly how my luck works. Okay, anyway. Let's look at our map. Okay, so we need to go back down here. Follow this all the way over here. And then back home. Okay, that's pretty simple, actually. So, cool. So this journey has been really, really rewarding. I mean, the fire station didn't have as much as I was hoping it did, but it did have 2 axes. Axes are very, very valuable pieces of equipment. I'm not getting into any fights I can avoid. No, this is the right way home, right? I'm not going to get into any fights I can avoid right now because I'm overloaded. I've got nowhere else to put my stuff. And I'm also exhausted in every possible way. So we're gonna power on home. Hopefully we haven't been away. I mean, we have been away, I think, for at least 3 days. And I think it takes about 3 days for zombies to start respawning in an area. So it's entirely possible that our house has had zombies spawn around it. Though luckily, I think it's in a low population part of town. So I think that it's likely that if zombies have spawned there, not very many zombies would have spawned there. So hopefully we don't have to deal with zombies when we arrive at home. That would be very unfortunate. And this is... Oh, we should check out this movie theater at some point, though not right now. Coalition is suggesting that the traps that I set at home, that the rats in them will be rotten when I arrive. So I think that... I don't think that's actually the case. I think that animals in traps, I think they have actually a fair amount of resilience. I think they might eventually go bad, but I think they'll last longer than they would in your pocket. I think they try to be a little bit forgiving about that because people, can't always feel like they can just religiously check their traps, every day. It would be tedious to do so. So I think you do get a little bit of a grace period with the traps. But yeah, I don't think my fish are going to last that much longer. Okay, I'm getting hungry. Okay, so this is those farmhouses, I think, where I stopped before. I'm going to eat some choco cakes while I drive. I'm really surprised at how many zombies gather around these farmhouses. That's actually... It's a lot of zombies for a rural area. Oh yeah, so average Twitch user is reminding me of something that I do know, which is that there's a police station right near that fire station. So the next time I go to Rosewood, I should absolutely check out that police station. I mean, maybe I should bring another tent, or actually I don't need a tent. I should make the fire station another temporary base. Like now that I've sort of semi-cleared it out, which more zombies will spawn there before I come back, but that feels like a pretty sort of safe-ish location where I could make my base as I do incursions into other parts of Rosewood. In fact, I could even see trying to move there. Like if I get tired of March Ridge, I could see moving to Rosewood, bringing a bunch of my stuff with me, bringing anything perishable with me, leaving my old base behind, ready to go back to March Ridge anytime I want to, but sort of starting fresh with equipment that I scavenge from Rosewood. Could actually be kind of fun. Maybe, I think I do still want to take a little break from Shonda at some point and try something else. But if I come back to Shonda, I could see a move to Rosewood being a fun little goal. So let's... Okay, I'm still, so far away. And I think I'm not recovering from my exertion because I'm still overloaded. I think I can't recover from exertion while I've got a heavy load. And unfortunately... Oh, I'm just barely over. I am just barely over. Is there something that I can move into here that will make a difference? I mean, let me eat some more choco cakes, for instance. Okay, yeah, and unfortunately, because this large backpack reduces... It reduces the encumbrance of all these items I'm carrying so much that if I take them out of the backpack, they're a lot heavier if I take them out of the backpack. So I don't know if I can make enough of a difference by taking things out of this backpack. Maybe if I eat something heavy like canned pineapple, but whatever. Let's see if I need to. Let's see if things get bad enough. Like if there's so many zombies in my destination that I have to get out and fight them. Of course, actually, being overloaded doesn't... I think it does directly give you some combat penalties, but not as much as being exerted. I think it's the exertion that's going to hurt me the most. And that won't go away just because I immediately unloaded myself. So I think if I wanted to be better at fighting, I would need to preemptively unload myself long before getting into combat so I have time to recover. Okay, I think we're getting close to March Ridge. Yeah, okay, I can see it on the minimap. Oh, hey, drive better. Okay. So, as always, I don't know what happens if you try to crash through that barricade. I've never tried, because there's always too many zombies around. Oh, get over the bush. Get over the bush. Get over it. Get over it. There wasn't even a bush. What was I on? Oh, maybe because it's raining. Maybe I'm going to have a harder time driving through grass while it's raining because it's muddy. That might be what happened. Maybe that's why I slowed down more than I expected to. So Gamer Neko-chan says actually the best thing to do is to set up little sub bases all over the map, just at multiple places where I can stop and rest in different areas. If I get bored one place, I can go to another place. That's a good idea. And it also it would probably help if those bases should be probably places like that gas station, which is going to naturally be a very low population area, so it won't respawn a zillion zombies. The fire station, because it did have a zillion zombies, might not be the best backup base for me to have, because I'll always have to get into a big fight if I spend a long time away. But maybe like having, you know, 2 little sub bases at a certain place, one well outside of town and one inside of town. So I can like start at the outside of town base and then switch to the in-town base once I've cleared out enough zombies. Or led away enough zombies. Alright, so there are a fair number of zombies back in town, but so far we haven't gotten to our neighborhood. Our neighborhood has always been fairly quiet compared to the rest of March Ridge. Oh! Gamer Neko-chan says, actually, those barricades that I've been dodging, apparently they don't have any collision. I didn't need to dodge them. Okay, I'm going to have to very carefully explore that possibility later on. Not that I don't trust you, but also I will very slowly creep up on them next time and see if I can go through them. All right. We seem to be good. Let's... Okay, so the main thing I care about right now is getting the pikes out of here. The pikes, I think, are the only refrigeratable things that I'm carrying that haven't already gone bad. So let's get those out of here. I'm going to be totally overloaded, but it's fine. It's going to be short term. Then I'll empty out everything else in my backpack. That's not how you go into this house. Okay, so let's actually... I haven't used this freezer before. Let's stick them in this freezer. Oh, you're right. They're in my main inventory. Wait. Oh, there they are. I was missing one of them. So stick these pikes in there. Stick the perch in there. They will all freeze, hopefully. Yeah, they're all working on getting frozen. Now, I don't really need to stick them all in this freezer. I have enough room in my other freezer, but, you know, why not, right? So what else do I have in my backpack I need to get rid of? Oh, one thing I want to do is disassemble electrical stuff. Wait, where? Okay, actually, you know what? I'll worry about that later. So let's just put away electrical stuff for now. And I think, are we keeping aluminium here? I think we are. I've got a couple of Axon. Where do we keep Axon? Long pointy bag. That's where we keep Axon. Now I can speed up time now that I'm not surrounded by zombies. I've got a bag for water bottles. I think it's over here. Yes, water bottles go in there, though I think not all of them will necessarily fit. Well, let's start freezing our water bottles. Why not? I will stick this empty bowl on the table. I'll stick them in a better place later, but for right now the table works. Canned corned beef. Where are we sticking that? Okay, oh, this is canned stuff that I just eat immediately. Canned corned beef, I think, yeah, it goes here. So we've got some space. That's good. Stick that stuff in there. And then the rest of the stuff, this is like ingredients. Things like, yeah, brown sugar and sugar packet, those go in the same place. I think I've been sticking this kind of stuff in there too. And then where have I been sticking? There we go. Snacks I just eat on the fly. Okay, great. First batch of stuff done. Actually, before I go outside, actually, no, when I go back inside, I'll check the chat. But let's just grab, I don't know, all of this stuff. Oh, I've still got this paperclip and this annotated map and 38 special rounds. Oh, whatever. Yeah, we'll still do this. So let's grab everything except food. And that filled us up pretty well. Let's also grab a bunch of seeds just because. Actually, yeah. Because they'll fit. Will those fit? Nope. All right. Hey, chat. How you doing? Gamer Neko-chan says that the fire station actually doesn't have as high of a respawn rate as I would think. Basically, the reason it was so surrounded by zombies is probably because I've literally never been there, and so it's been respawning. It's been spawning new zombies there the entire time without any resistance from me. And so apparently, actually, it can be a fairly safe place now that I've cleared it out. So okay, that's good. Put the baking soda there. Let's put electronics in here. Okay, so we've got disinfectant going in here. Painkillers goes in here. Bandages. This is my bandage bag. Bandages go in there. Do I have vitamins? Yeah, I got vitamins. Oh, they don't fit anymore. Fine. Vitamins go in the big bag now. There you go. My fishing rods and seeds, I think I'm keeping those here. I know that the most exciting thing in the world, the thing that you came here to do, was to watch me organize things. If you don't like watching me organize things, you can skip to the end of the video if you're watching later on YouTube, because that's what I'm doing for the next little while, is just organizing some crap. Oh, wait, I've actually got... Do I have other kinds of bags in that briefcase? I do. Well, I'll worry about the duffel bag in a second. Let's go over here. Drop off our... Actually, paper clips? Do we have other paper clips in here? Boxes of paper clips. Let's actually... Because the only thing I know how to use paper clips to... Like, the only use I know for paper clips is making fishing hooks. Let's just put them in... Let's put them where I do my fishing stuff. And then I've got the meat cleaver, which I guess is kitchenware, though it's obviously got other uses in this game. I'll call it kitchenware for now. I've got this digital watch, which I'll worry about taking apart later, so I will just stick it here. I've got a bunch of clothes and accessories. I think I've been keeping those in my room. It is getting dark. I've already got a gas mask. So I grabbed all of this up because it'll be good winter wear later on. So now, you know, once it gets really cold, I'll have some good, well-insulated stuff. Oh, Listen wants to know if I got hurt. No, I did not. He was away for a little bit, and he's been running that that pole. So no, I did not get hurt. I'm going to stick a duffel bag right here, just because why not? Oh, wait a minute. Is that duffel bag full of something? It is! Hold on. No. I'm not putting that right there. I'm taking it downstairs and emptying it out. All right. I should probably have some dinner and go to sleep. All right. So can of oats, beans, chili, corned beef, peaches, pineapples, sardines. Let's at least put that stuff in. And then tuna definitely goes in here. This stuff is stuff that is good to eat just by itself. So I'll stick that up here on this shelf. And then I'll actually take my duffel bag out to the car. I'll grab the stuff that's in here that doesn't seem like I need it on a long journey. And then I'll stick this duffel bag in the car because I like to have, you know, like a backup bag. And then let's grab a few more things. Anything besides food left in here? Yeah, let's grab some more gardening stuff, skill books. Okay. A lot of this stuff looks like things I like to keep in the back of this car anyway. Machete for emergencies. Grab this bowl. I don't need 2 hand axing, so let's grab this one. And then everything else is food. Let me grab the rotten food. Where's the rotten food? There we go. Anything else rotten? Here we go. Cheese, rotten. think that's it. All right. Ah, nope. All right, so we've got an empty cooking pot. Well, we'll stick that outside. It can get all full of water. Place that here. Why have I not gone to bed? Why have I not eaten any dinner? Hold on. Almost done. I'm just almost done. Where do I keep lighters? I don't even know. I keep them in there for some reason. All right, whatever. Let's also stick this gardening stuff in there. Can't fit all the fertilizer. That's fine. I'll put some of the fertilizer out here by the compost. I can't even see, so I'll just... whatever. Oh, wait. I've still got rotten food. Let's put the rotten food here in the compost. Oh, hey! I've got... oh, empty tin cans and bottles, of course, for things that I've put in there. And worms! We got some worms for the next time we go fishing. That'll be great. Put those worms in our bait bag. And then what else do we have in our inventory? We've got garbage bag. That goes up here. We've got crap electronics and vitamins. Vitamins, we decided go in the big medical bag. Crap electronics goes in here. We've got our electrician books. Did I read those? Yes. Okay, so... oh, I already had Volume 1, but here's Volume 2. And did we have Foraging Volume 2 already? We did not. We'll grab that. Electrician Volume 1 is an extra book, so I'm going to stick that in there. I don't know if we had Good Cooking Volume 1. Let's see. Good Cooking? Good Cooking? Good Cooking? Good Cooking 1. Yes, we do. So that's an extra book as well. Got that hand axe. Which, where are we keeping hand axes? I don't know. Put one in... oh, I don't care. I don't care where we keep hand axes. It's late. It's late at night. I'm tired. Tired. Okay. So, you know what? Let's just eat an entire box of cereal. Let's just stress eat an entire box of cereal, and let's go to bed. Wait, I think I left the door open. Hold on. I did leave the door open, and I think I can't see well enough to check the generator. So let's go to bed. No, that is not... I'm just stumbling around in the dark. I can't see. I should turn more lights on. I mean, it's not like it's really costing me that much electricity. Sleep, yes. So, Dragon Butcher Eli asked me what was in my tacos yesterday. I don't know. I ate whatever my wife got from Taco Bell, and I did not pay any attention to what was in it. Holy crap! I'm sleeping through most of the next day. Okay, so you know what? I'm turning this light on. It's so hard to navigate without that light on. Let's go out and quickly check the generator. Make sure we're not about to run out of power. 40%, 86. Okay, we're good. We're good for now. Why am I leaving this door open? Why am I closing myself outside? Okay, so what else do we... a hand axe. We had to figure out where to stick a hand axe. That's right. I mean, I don't know. Here? Good a place as any. I've got this annotated map. Where was it for? Riverside. Okay, so we don't need that. Well, I'll deal with it later. We don't really need that map at the moment. If I ever go to Riverside, great, but... now let's grab all the food. Tons and tons of food from the back of this car. Tons and tons and tons and tons. 21 cans of pop. Okay. Okay. We're overloaded. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so canned food. Is any of this canned? No, it's not. It's mostly garbage. It's mostly just junk food. So, okay. Licorice. Candy packets. Chips. Chocolate. Gummy bears, gummy worms, jujubes, mac and cheese, plonkies, snow globes, all junk food. It all goes in my junk food pile. By the way, an option that I've turned on I think it's in the accessibility section, is to automatically go back to normal speed when you complete a queue of tasks. Beef jerky. I think I usually put that in this area too. It's really great because it means that, like, if something is taking a while, I just tap F5 to go at maximum speed. If I'm in a safe place, I tap F5 to go to max speed, and then it automatically drops back down to normal speed as soon as I'm finished that queue of tasks. It is so helpful and so quick to do it that way. Pop and orange soda. I feel like, have I been keeping that in my fridge? Yes, orange soda and pop I have been keeping in my fridge. Now, we might be about to fill up my fridge. It's got so much of it. There we go. Not doing that bad, actually. It's like a juice box in there, too. Beer cans and beer bottles as well. Okay, it looks like my wild dandelions are going bad. I should probably do something about that. Maple syrup and pepper, I think, go over here. And tomato paste, I think they all go over here. Having different bases that I'm playing in parallel makes it hard for me to sometimes remember where things go in a given base. And I've got instant popcorn. Where the heck have I been keeping instant popcorn? In here. Okay. Instant popcorn goes there. I think that's it. I think I am fully unpacked, which means it's time for me to make myself... I mean, we're going to wrap up this episode in a second, but let me just make myself some stew. The Coalition suggests, can I do a Night of the Living Dead and remove the doors inside a house and use them for construction? I mean, theoretically, yes, that is a thing I could do. I don't want to, but I like having a backup plan for if zombies get in. Okay, so... Oh, wait, we've got some poisonous mushrooms in my fridge. Why? Oh, that's right, because we identified them. We'd already put them in the fridge, and then we identified them, but I didn't do anything about it. Okay, so... Let's put these poisonous things in our compost. And then... Okay, so acorns. We're running low on acorns. And I think that soup lets you integrate wild stuff that you can't put into stew. Like, for instance, these stale acorns. So I'm going to make some soup out of things that I've foraged. It's not going to be very nutritious soup, but it's fine. Acorn soup. We'll put some mushrooms in there. I'm basically just taking all of the stale stuff and putting it in this soup. So this is probably just going to be like a single meal. This is probably not like one of those long, like soup to eat all day type situations. Oh, it just occurred to me, I still need to check my traps. So there might actually be other things that I can put in here. Stick some dandelions in there. There we go. A hunger minus 29, not too bad. Let's make it a little bit more fattening. I think I've got... Yeah, let's put some butter in there. It'll also make it yummier. Let's turn on this oven. Soup cooks a little bit faster than stew. So I gotta be quick. But I want to run out there and check my traps. I don't remember... Okay, I did set them, I think, because those look like set traps. And did they catch anything? Check trap. Dead bird! Check trap. Dead bird 2. What about in here? Check trap. Dead mouse. Check trap. Dead rat. And this one didn't catch anything. Its bait got taken. So we got a clever zombie survival rat out there who took the bait and didn't get caught. That's okay. That's okay. We've got... Okay, this is going to be my meat freezer. I'm just going to stick all of my meat in there. All right, how is my soup doing? Hey, soup. How are you? Oh, getting there. Getting there. Okay, so we're going to drink half of this soup right now, which will help with our thirst issue that we've just developed. Average Twitch user says, meat's back on the menu, boys. Peroxicus was predicting that I was about to burn everything down when I left the oven on like that. Oh, actually, you know what? I think, yeah, that didn't fill me up completely. Oh! I'm overweight now. Okay. Okay. Cool. I don't think I look any different, but I am now overweight because I've just been stuffing myself with junk food all day. So, okay, I think... Okay, here's what we're going to do. So, I don't know what agenda I'm going to set for Shonda in the near future, but one thing I have been thinking is that she needs to start exercising because I've been playing her for ages. And check it out. My strength has only climbed up partway, not even halfway up to level 6. My fitness has barely made any progress at all. And so like your daily activities running around fighting zombies does improve these skills, but not as fast as consciously working out. Now there's a cost to consciously working out, which is you make yourself tired for the next day. And so the next day you have some disadvantages because you're tired. But especially now that we're overweight, I feel like we should probably embark on a program of getting Shonda into shape. So maybe we'll work on that a little bit next episode. I do want to make a little bit more food for the future. Let's check in our fridge again. Yeah, we still have some things that we want to put into some soup before it goes bad. I'm not sure what I can use berries for. Can I put them into fruit salad? I don't know. So let's grab our dead mouse. It's not frozen yet. Let's make mouse soup. Why can't I... Can I not make mouse soup? Oh, I need to butcher the mouse. Oh, that's right. I need to butcher all of these things. Hold on a second. I forgot. I need to butcher all this crap. So let's get all of our fish out. Let's be holding every fish. And while we've got every fish in our hands, let's use that meat cleaver. And let's... Oh, wait. I can't... Oh, yeah, I can... I should be able to butcher them, right? Right, where's my meat cleaver? Where's my meat cleaver? Is it over here? There, it's there. Okay, so let's... Why can't I butcher these birds? I've got a kitchen knife and a meat cleaver. Hey. Why can't I butcher... Oh, there, butcher small animal. Okay. Are they too cold? It says fresh. It doesn't say frozen. Why could I butcher this one? But I can't fillet these fish. What's going on? What am I missing? Okay, butcher... Yeah. I can do it here. What? Why couldn't I do it by right-clicking? That was odd. And also, why can't I make fillets of these fish? I mean, no, I'm not going to eat it. Okay, so we'll put the small bird meat in there. We're just going to keep the smallest of my rodents. Yeah, maybe I just have to unfreeze them. Let me thaw. I'm going to thaw these fish. I'm betting they're frozen. I think that's why. Nope. Hey, stop cooking. Stop cooking. I'm not ready to cook you yet. I'm going to integrate you into other meals. Slice fillet. There we go. So we'll uncook this. We'll unfreeze this one as well. Because, I mean, I think you can just sort of roast these fish by themselves. I don't think you actually need to turn them into fillets, but I like to turn them into fillets so I can put them into other things. Use them as... Because I don't think you can use a whole fish as an ingredient. I think you have to, like... You have to have it be all chopped up to integrate it into something else. So let's keep our rodent meat. That's what we intended to use. Put all of our fish fillets in here, though. And then we'll put our kitchen knife back away. Come on. And I need to actually refill my empty bottle. All right. So anyway, what was I going to do? I was going to make soup out of rodent meat. Normally I try to maximize the calories in my soups, but now that actually we have become overweight, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to be trying to fill up to the best of my ability. I'm going to use my foraged ingredients again. Just so that they're used, you know. Add some cilantro. And okay, I've got room for one more ingredient. So I don't want to use... The cilantro doesn't count. Let's put some garbanzo beans in there. I can put some peanut butter in there, which is... I don't know why I would do that, but whatever. Okay, this is good. Let's turn on the oven and cook it. It is getting late again, which is good, actually. We'll take this out. We'll put it in the fridge for tomorrow. And we're not going to go to bed hungry. Like, losing weight isn't about starving yourself. It's just about eating lower calorie foods, getting plenty of exercise during the day. So yeah, let's drink the rest of this soup because it's not super high calorie anyway. Oh, hey, Captain Binky's back. Hey, it's good to see you. I'm getting very close to the point where I'm ready to follow your advice and start a new, start a new series, traveling to a new town, at a higher difficulty level. So yeah, I'm glad you showed up though. We are getting close to wrapping up this particular episode, and then I'm gonna have to head back to work. I forgot why I put a toilet here. Whatever. I think I'm keeping annotated maps in here. Yes. I should go through that and see if there's anything in Rosewood. But yeah, so okay, I am getting tired. I'm getting bored. So one thing, so we were just saying earlier that I want to start working out with Shonda. So let's commit to that. Let's actually start doing it right now. So working out, it's under health. You hit exercise, then you decide what you want to do. So burpees improve both strength and fitness. Squats improves fitness. Push-ups just does strength. And then sit-ups, it does fitness, but it gives you clumsiness as a result. Whereas squats reduces your movement speed. So basically, you're kind of choosing the consequences you want and the skill that you want to improve. And so burpees give you massive negative consequences of all kinds, but also they improve both strength and fitness. So I'm kind of inclined to do a bunch of burpees. So she takes off her backpack when she does it, which means that she's also carrying a heavy load at the same time. So let's put our stuff back on. So that means tomorrow I'm going to suffer some pretty serious exercise fatigue at some point during the day, and that's going to be a sad time for me. But it does mean that I believe these two skills, fitness and strength, are going to start going up. I should have actually looked at the numbers. I'm not sure how they go up. And maybe Captain Binky is in a position to answer this question. Like, am I... Like, when I do... when I'm doing exercise, you saw there was a regularity meter. And as I understand it, the regularity meter tries to go down over time. But every day that you exercise, you fill it up a little bit. And when it maxes out, that's when you're earning the most strength and fitness skill. And so exercise benefits you not just each time you exercise, you get some XP. It's much more like if you make exercise into a regular routine and integrate it into your life, that gets you XP, which is a clever idea. I really like that. It feels like it's a much more sort of honest adaptation of the real world experience of exercising and using that to improve your fitness. I don't know if I'm right, though, about that, because that's what I read. I don't know if I'm right about that being how it works. Let's see here. Oh, hey, so Captain Binky says that he isn't always able to make it to my live streams, which makes sense. I kind of do them a little bit erratically, but that he has been catching up on my YouTube videos. Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I love having your sort of attention and involvement in this because I'm learning a lot more about your game and from your game, from hearing your side of what it's like, of the decisions you're making behind the scenes and how they work. So I'm really glad I'm really glad to have you here. So I really appreciate it when you show up. So let me catch up with anyone else in the chat who is. So average Twitch user was asking me how I make my thumbnails. He says he's got an idea, but he wants to ask. So yeah, the thumbnails that I put on these videos. If you're watching this later on YouTube, you probably clicked on one of these thumbnails that average Twitch user is talking about. I make them with Midjourney. So basically, I enter a description of the character that I've been playing in the during the episode, and then about what they were doing, and I'll iterate through a few different sort of representations of it, and sometimes I'll need to drag in like sample images from the outside to sort of say, this is what it looks like to pick a cabbage. I want Shonda to be doing that, and stuff like that, and so I'll come up with an image like that, and then I've got a template that I've made that's got the Project Zomboid title on it, and I've sort of made notes of all the fonts that I use, and so I'll usually bring in that Midjourney image, have it overlap my little white frame. I'll erase part of the white frame so it looks like it's popping out, and then I'll sort of use one of the fonts that I've chosen to sort of put in the episode number and the title. So there you go. That's what I do. Okay, so Captain Biggie says, I believe that's correct. Yes, my assessment of how exercise works. But he says he doesn't know the details specifically because he's had his head down working on improving and advancing the maps. But he says that's what they discussed. So the main thing that I'm not sure of is, when do I actually get the XP? Do I get the XP like directly from exercising, and I just get a lot more if my regularity meter is high, or do I get the XP from doing like things in world, and the exercise is just like raising a multiplier the way that that other like reading skill books raises a multiplier? I guess if it was raising a multiplier, why do I keep saying multiplier? Like I'm pronouncing it like I don't speak English as a first language. I think if I was getting a multiplier, I'd probably see the triple arrows that you see for your intellectual skills. And so I think that I'm betting it's not the multiplier solution. I'm betting that it's actually you just get direct XP. Next time I exercise, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to remember the number of XP that I have before I exercise, and I compare it to what I got after. And my expectation is that if my regularity meter is low, I'll see a small increase in XP, but if my regularity meter is high, I'll see a large increase in XP. That's my guess about how it would work. If I were implementing it, that's probably how I would do it. But there's so many different ways you can implement something like this. Who knows? Who knows what to expect? But now I've got to figure out what I want to do next with Shonda, because I actually just wait a minute. There's one last thing I didn't check. Holy crap! We got to do this before I forget. Her garden. I just looked out the window of her bedroom at her garden. And I think some stuff is ripe. I'm so tired right now. I can't even move. Yeah, we got some ripe stuff. Let's get some info here. So, okay, we've got young tomatoes. They're not ready to go yet. We got young potatoes. They're not ready to go. But I think the cabbages, seed-bearing cabbages, that's what we want to see. So you'll see like grown-up cabbages, or like, I think these right here, these are young cabbages. So these cabbages got a disease, so they didn't develop as quickly. But you will see ready to harvest cabbages, but you don't want to harvest then unless you're either in an emergency food situation, or if you're in a situation where what am I trying to say? Where you have already too many seeds. That's another reason. Or if you think you're going to be gone for a few days and they might actually rot before you get back, then you can harvest them then. But really, if you're checking on your food every day and you've got some time, you should wait until it says seed bearing, because then not only do you get the cabbages, but you also get seeds for your next batch of cabbages. And so that's why you can, like, basically if you just get a handful of potato seeds or something and you really want to have potatoes, yay, farming skill went up. If you really want to have potatoes long term, then make sure that you wait until it says seed bearing potatoes before you harvest them. Now, I believe, as I understand it, Captain Beaky can probably confirm this. I think that I heard that you were working in like update 42 that you all were working on some changes to farming. That not only were you going to make the timing more realistic, which terrifies me, but whatever. I think it's a good move, even if it terrifies me. You were going to make the farming more realistic, and one aspect of that was going to be that, like, tubers and like basically plants that you can actually plant by planting. Like for instance, you could like cut up some potatoes, cut up a potato and plant pieces of that potato and get a new potato plant out of it. That you're actually going to simulate that aspect of certain crops, which sounds great because I mean potatoes would actually become a much more like interesting and valuable piece of loot, early on in the game, because not only if you found a potato, you wouldn't only have a potato to eat right now, but you also potentially have the seeds of a garden of potatoes. Okay, so I've got so much cabbage right now. I should get rid of this ice cream. It's rotten. So I'm going to put most of my cabbages in the freezer, because cabbages actually do not last very long. So I'm going to freeze most of my cabbages, and then I'm going to take just a handful of them and put them in my fridge. Like 10 of them. I'm going to put 10 of them in the fridge. I'll start. Cabbages are great, by the way, because they're filling, and they also have pretty high calories. And so if you want to avoid becoming underweight, they're a really good way to avoid that. Because as you can see, I'm just going to eat a granola bar because Shonda has gotten overweight. I forgot where I was going with that when I started talking about farming and Captain Binky's future plans for farming. But so yeah, let me just I'm going to switch back to my camera and read the chat a little bit more. Let's see here. So Captain Binky says, that I'm afraid I don't know for certain about the farming. I assume about the farming. Some of this stuff is earmarked for being overhauled because of the way there's some inconsistency with how some of this stuff works and made clear in the UI. So like the weight stuff in general, and the way certain traits can develop can be removed depending on actions, etc. Yeah, so I finally learned how underweight and overweight worked. That basically, one thing that I had heard you all were working on, or maybe this was just a mod I heard about, I don't know, was that basically, I think if you get your cooking skill high enough, you can see more information about the food. Because I know that like food that comes in a package, you can actually see the amount of calories and protein and stuff like that in the food. So you can assess how much it's going to not only fill you up, how much hunger it solves, but also long term whether it's going to lead to you being nourished and overweight or underweight. And you can see that about food that comes in packages right now, but you can't see it about, like, say, potatoes and cabbages that you grew yourself. But as I understand it, there are either mods or updates coming that will let you sort of, as you build up your cooking skill, know more about the food that you're cooking. Because I believe, as I'm doing research, I think that cabbages and potatoes are the ones that are of the vegetables you can grow in your garden. Those are the ones that can fill you up the most and also have the most calories in them. I think cabbages I've heard that cabbages are the best ones, but which is probably one reason why they don't last as long. Just because it's like balance-wise, having to take more care with how you manage your cabbages is a good idea, because they're also some of the most valuable foods that you can grow. Captain Binky says, cooking will get an overhaul too. For example, we want to have food prep be a proper thing. So no more putting a pot of soup in your backpack. Dang it, that's my entire strategy. But more preparing a Tupperware container with soup to take on the road. More dish plate use in general. Oh, gosh. So Binky also says, yes, we want all skills to function like medical and carpentry, where you gain data and functions the higher your skill. That would be great. I love that. By the way, Sir Weiseltop asked if this game is available only on PC. I believe so, yes. I think that the only exception might be, I think maybe you can play this on a Steam Deck, but I wouldn't advise it, because the mouse and keyboard are really important to the controls. I know that technically you can use a controller to play this game, but I wouldn't advise it. It feels very, very geared towards mouse and keyboard. I don't know if Binky has any additions to that. He says it's PC, Mac, and Linux. Okay, yeah. So if you got a Mac, you can play there. But yeah, I don't think this is available anywhere like on an Xbox or a Switch or anything like that. So yeah. Anyway, what was the other thing I was going to say? I feel like there's one other thing that I was going to mention. Oh yeah. That farming being more realistic. One thing I'm looking forward to, Captain Binky, looking forward to trying to solve is when you make farming more realistic, which means that it takes months to grow crops rather than days. That's going to be a major change, and I'm looking forward to sort of finding out how that goes. I think one thing that means it, so right now it's actually wasteful to build a large farm, because what you're going to do is you're going to get so much food you can never possibly go through it all, and so you're gonna have to like have a lot of freezer space, or just and then if you replant the same farm, it's just so much food you can't possibly consume it. But I imagine that if growing food takes a lot longer in the future, that actually having a large farm that you steadily, slowly plant over time would make a lot of sense, because if you end up with just a lot of space and you're just adding rows every a couple days or a couple weeks or something like that, then by the time the first things are ready to harvest, you can harvest those and then sort of go through your planning ahead like that might actually be clever. Except if you're also more realistic about the effects of cold, for instance, making farming impossible, then that strategy probably wouldn't work. And what you would want is just plant a bunch of stuff in spring and then harvest it in the fall, and just make sure you've got a ton of freezer capacity or other ways to preserve food. I feel like if this was up to me, and it's not, and I was working on farming and making farming more realistic and having it take more time, I would probably also invest in food preservation techniques that are not just freezers, so that people have the opportunity to, like, for instance, like to do something to their vegetables to make them dry them or something like that, or dry their meat to make it last longer, so that you can have a big farm, do a massive harvest in the fall, and then eat all winter from the proceeds of that farm. That sounds like a thing that I'd want to do. I don't know. I'm just telling you how I'm thinking about it. Obviously, you all have plans, and I'm not trying to encroach on your territory there, Binky. Oh yeah, so Captain Binky points out, yeah, and bear in mind that a lot of these long-term plans are designed to mesh with NPCs, which are a thing that are not in the game natively right now. As I understand it, I've heard that you did add NPCs at some point, and then maybe took them out again because you wanted to improve them first before making them part of the core game. But yeah, so that's true. If you have things like other people living in your base that you need to feed, having a bigger farm would make sense in that regard. And also, yeah, if you've got like 8 people who are all playing together, you got to make a lot more food than if you're playing solo. That's a really good point. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so Jarnhand, I think the best place to report technical problems, very technical bugs with State of Decay 2 is at support.stateofdecay.com, because that goes straight to a guy whose job it is to, number one, know what else has been reported and be able to give you, if he knows about workarounds and things like that, he can share that information with you. And also, he's got a direct line into writing bugs and getting them to the hands of engineers. And so if you haven't reported the issue you're having with your Intel Arc GPU or whatever, like if you haven't done that yet, I would definitely recommend doing that, because that's what'll get your problem into the system if it's not there already. Or that's what'll let you know, like, that person can also tell you, yes, this has been reported to us before, and this is the status of it. So you can find out more information that way. Yeah. So okay. I really need to get to work, so this has been fun hanging out with you all and talking with you, especially you, Captain Binky. Thank you for coming into my my channel. I always love it when you're here, because you can give us such unique and valuable insights into what's going on behind the surface of this game. The next thing I need to figure out, though, is I kind of had set a goal of getting Shonda self-sufficient before moving on to trying something else, and I'm wondering, have we hit that point now? Like, because we just did our first harvest in her garden, got a bunch of cabbages, like way more cabbages than I can eat anytime soon. And we also have established a pattern. We can go out there and fish, and we can get meat, and we can leave traps at home. I need to learn how to make crate traps and leave them in the woods so that I can get rabbits, which will be a lot more meat. So there's a few other little things that I can do to improve my plan, but we might have actually crossed the boundary where Shonda is good, and we might want to actually leave her for a little bit and go do something else. I kind of want to sort of ask my chat, and maybe I should do a little poll. Like, how about after I wrap up this episode, I'll do a little poll with my chat, ask them how interested they are in me sort of just moving on to another character for a while, maybe coming back to Shonda in the future, but sort of putting her in cold storage in that popsicle freezer that she just picked up, and coming back to her later on after we've tried something weird, tried something else. So I'll ask my chat here to sort of vote on that, to let me know what they're interested in. But also, if you're one of the folks who catches these videos early on YouTube, let me know if you've got an opinion about that. Like, leave a comment and yeah, tell me if you're interested in seeing something else from my Project Zomboid playthroughs for a little while, giving Shonda a break, and yeah, we'll see what people are interested in seeing, because I know that I'm interested in trying something like that. So before we go, let me just read the last couple of things that Captain Binky said. Oh, whoa, the evil Scotsman just raided me. Oh, that's such bad timing. I'm about to go back to work, evil Scotsman. I'm so sorry. I'm just wrapping things up right here. Thank you for raiding me. I really, really appreciate it. I wish that I could just... I wish that this was my full-time job, because then I could just stream for as long as I need to accommodate anybody who's come in to watch me. And I don't like the fact that basically I'm just doing this on my lunch break, and I kind of took a little bit of a long lunch break today, to sort of play a little bit more Project Zomboid, to chat with Captain Binky, stuff like that. But I can't do it any longer. I've got to get some stuff done today before my next meeting. So, sorry that I have to leave. But I'm really glad that you came in. I really appreciate that. Anyway, let me read the last couple of things that Captain Binky said. So he said, yeah, basic NPCs were in the very early versions of the game, along with a mini story. But we took them out because they weren't very good NPCs. That's something that people probably would like us to do in State of Decay. Occasionally. But he says, also because we wanted to focus on making the game work solo before introducing the complexity of having groups. Yeah, that is absolutely true. So yeah, that makes... that honestly, I admire having the courage to remove a feature from the game. Whenever you do that, players complain. Now, I mean, I think that if the NPCs were not very good, then, I imagine there were probably a lot of players who understood. But, still, there's always somebody who will complain if you take away a feature that they were doing something with or enjoying. So having the courage to take something out of the game while you work on it and make it better and then bring it back, I admire that a lot. So that sounds like a good move your team made. And... okay, yeah. So, and the other thing he said, he's just responding to average Twitch user who's excited about the crafting overhauls and stuff that they're working on. And so, yeah, I'm glad that folks in my chat definitely, if you like Project Zomboid and what they've been doing, definitely show your appreciation to Captain Binky. He's on the team, and I always appreciate having this guy in here, because he can answer so many questions that nobody else can answer. And I just honestly, I have not enjoyed a game as much as I've enjoyed Project Zomboid for the past few months. Since, I mean, basically, I think when RimWorld was fresh and new to me, it was probably the last time I really loved a game as much as I've loved Project Zomboid. So thank you so much, Captain Binky. And if this does end up being sort of our last Shonda episode for a while, which, I think that's a decent possibility, then maybe this is a good way to wrap up this iteration of me streaming Project Zomboid, is just to say, this is my favorite game that I've played in a very, very long time. I'm so grateful for, I think it was La Coalition who originally encouraged me to give it a try. And also everyone else in my chat who's familiar with the game, who helped me get me over the sort of the learning hump that got me into a position where I actually understood the game well enough to make progress in it and learn what is so fun about it. So thank you to all of you, and especially thank you to Captain Binky and his team for building this thing. It was a crazy thing to attempt. A game that tries so hard to meticulously simulate the zombie apocalypse. There's no way to predict what kind of audience you're going to have for a game like that. And it would have been very easy for you to talk yourselves out of making this game, because the audience was so potentially small, and there was no guarantee that people were going to glom onto it. And I think that there's a similar story about the folks who originally made State of Decay before I ever joined the team. There was a similar risk there, that you don't know if it's going to find an audience. And so I'm so glad that you all decided to take the risk, dive in and make a game like this for players like me who could totally get into this kind of thing. Because if nobody took risks like that, then people, we wouldn't have some of our favorite things. So thank you so much, Captain Binky, and make sure your team knows how grateful we all are. And I think, let's see here, I am going to wrap it up yeah, let's wrap it up. So if this ends up being the last Shonda episode for a while, goodbye, Shonda. And let me know what you'd like to do. And then also, if anybody's got any, again, recommendations for mods that I should try in my next playthrough, if anybody's got suggestions of places that I should go, the thing that I'm likely to do was a suggestion from Captain Binky, which is start in familiar territory, start in Muldra, but have my goal be to drive out of Muldra in a direction I've never gone before and just see what I find, see what kinds of places I can try to live. So that's what I think I want to do. But let me know if there's any other sort of, experiments that I should try, mods that I should try, things like that. Leave comments on YouTube or just tell me here in the chat if you're still here, and we'll do that. So let's wrap this episode up with a subscribe button for YouTube people and links to other videos. And whenever I do kick off that next series, or continue with Shonda, if that's what people would rather I do, that video is going to go right there. So you can click on that if it exists.